Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7 and today I'm going to be playing F1 2019. We're at the Russian Grand Prix. This is my career with Ferrari. This is Season 3, Race 16. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now, really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really appreciate my road to 700 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links will be as usual are in the description box down below. Now then, as you can see on screen right now, it's the drivers and constructors standings. First of all, in the driver's standings, I'm currently leading with 267 points. Then in second place is Lucas Weber with 184 points. Then it's Pierre Gasly in third with 165 points. Then in fourth is Sebastian Vettel, my teammate, with 154 points. It's Max Verstappen in fifth with 146 points. Then in sixth is Charles Leclerc with 92 points. Seventh is Alexander Albon in the Toro Rosso with 84 points. Devon Butler in 8th with 82 points, just 2 points behind Alexander Albon in 7th. Then in 9th is George Russell in the Williams with 75 points. And then rounding out the top 10 is Sergio Perez in 10th place in the Haas with 67 points. Then from 11th to 20th is as follows: Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hülkenberg, Antonio Giovinazzi, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, Robert Kubica, Kimi Räikkönen, and then Daniel Ricciardo. Brett, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? In the constructors now, Ferrari are leading, 421 points. Then it's Red Bull in second with 311. Then it's Williams in third with 259 points. In fourth is Toro Rosso with 166. Renault is in fifth with 130 points. Then in sixth place is Racing Point with 79 points. Haas in seventh with 71. Eighth is Mercedes with 54. Ninth is McLaren with 36. And finally Alfa Romeo with 0 is in 10th place. Alright, let's make some of these changes here to the components of the engine. Now I shouldn't get any penalties. Changing this, gearbox is at 1%, that's good. We're the second best car on the grid. Not gonna have any development for my car, mainly because we've got R&D changes, as you can see. So I'm going to be saving up the R&D points that I accumulate up until I think the Brazilian Grand Prix, which is the second last race of the season, and then I'll start getting some of these stuff. I plan on staying with Ferrari until through the next season as well. Okay, so I've got team goal here. It's a hard team goal. 600 extra resource points. Score 32 drivers championship points. Got one race weekend to do so, which is this race. I've got 16 points, so only need another 16 points in order to achieve that goal, which means I believe that's third place I need to get. Rivals
compared favorably against your teammate. Well done. As long as you're in the same car, they'll always be your #1 rival. So it's important to keep this up. Okay, so we have Sebastian Vettel in as my rival, obviously, he's my teammate, and then it's Max Verstappen in as my second rival as well. Winning my rival is 24 to 19 and 28 to 23. Brett, I don't allow self-promotion. Sorry. I don't allow self-promotion. Okay, so weather forecast is going to be cloudy in both qualifying and the race, so it's possible it could rain at some point. Hopefully not. But difficulties on 100. 50% race, which I believe is 27 laps. So let's get to qualifying. Here we go. Jordan, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Good luck. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Sochi. We're about to be joining the action down in the pit lane as the cars get ready to embark on their qualifying runs. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
We don't think you'll have any trouble getting into the next session, so don't push too hard.
Yeah, I better not have any issues. It's qualifying 1. I'll be really worried if I have issues getting into qualifying 1. As usual, the car setup that I'll be using for this live stream will be in the description box down below. If you want to use it, feel free. Or if you're just interested to see what I use. Alright, so soft tyres already on. Gonna make sure I have the least amount of fuel on board as possible. And then I can't really see the sky outside. Alright, let's get out there. Regulations, that's fine. Let's drive out.
All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
Before incident-free qualifying here. That'll be what's best for me right now. Kieran, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. I'm scared, Impact. It looks like Hull are selling 2 of their best players. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. But as long as your team has a plan or what they're going to do if they do indeed sell their 2 best players, then you shouldn't be too worried. Obviously, in the short term, it's not going to feel good. But if later on you're able to get 2 talented young players to take their place, then in the future it might actually be beneficial. Just like when we sold Maguire and Robertson. Oh really? They both came from Hull City. Interesting. Then they're very good at developing defenders then, at least. Did Maguire and Robertson come through the youth team of Hull or something? Oh, I've got a Haas right behind me. Alright, here we go. The Haas shouldn't want me, even though it is right behind me. A car coming out of the pits. Hit the rev limit at 220 miles an hour. No, we've got to make the corner. Oh my god, that was so close to making the corner. One minute 30.4 from Lucas Weber. Three tenths down, to be expected considering I ran pretty wide there. Seven tenths down, damn. This looks like it's not going to be a good race for me. Okay, too much speed there. 6 tenths down. 6 tenths slower than my teammate. Not too sure where I actually lost 6 tenths, to be honest, except for the first corner. First corner was fair enough, but damn. 6 tenths down in the first sector. Second sector pretty much even. Third sector was pretty much. I was quicker. Okay, so it was the first sector, which was the first corner. Fine.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 30.6.
I'm not too bothered about that. We signed them when they were very young and not so good. Fair enough. That happens. Track's clear. Okay, let's do another lap. Qualifying. Right, those four.
When you're ready, let's go.
Alright. Need to get that first corner right. If I can get the first corner right, then it's possible I can challenge for the fastest in this session. No one else is out on chat right now, so I don't have to worry about anyone getting in my way. Jacob, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Impact, do you play any games that you don't stream?
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
No, not really. I guess the only game that I stream, that I play, and I don't stream that much of is Destiny. Pretty much all the other games that I play, I stream. Oh, actually, a matter of fact, I do play Football Manager on my iPad. Oh, cars come up just in front of me. Hopefully they don't get in my way. Much better first sector this time. So close in the first sector. Please, Russell, don't get in my way. Please. I'm in 7th place right now. Russell's got to get in my way. I can see it. Oh, turning a bit too late. Cost me a 1/10 of a second there. I'm a bit distracted by Russell, I must admit. Oh, Russell goes wide. I think he was trying to get out of the way, but... Whoa! Oh my god, I lost the back end. Yeah, it's done. That lap is done. Got to be able to improve, but gonna need to do a lot better than that. Can't allow the back end to step out on me like that. Up to 2nd. Oh, even with that really bad oversteer, I was less than half a tenth down on my teammate. No, I'm definitely through now. Shouldn't have to worry about getting into the next spot qualifying later. Definitely within a chance of getting pole position. Really close in each sector there. Alright. Less than 2 tenths down on my teammate's time, that's fine. Not gonna worry about that. So the first 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 1 are Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, Kimi Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Robert Kubica. Here we go to qualifying 2 now. For those of you who don't know the rule in qualifying 2, the tyres you do your fastest lap in qualifying 2, the tyres you start the race with, if you get into qualifying 3. Joshua, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Surprised about Hamilton out. Yeah, this is 3 years in the future, Joshua. I'm in season 3 right now, and Mercedes haven't been doing well with their upgrades, so that's why Mercedes aren't doing very well in this season so far. Okay, so I'm going to speed things up a bit. Right, 5 cars out on track, so I think now would be a good time for me to get out on track. Brand new set of soft tyres. I can't afford to waste them. Can't afford to make a mistake. These are brand new set. Just going to do flying lap rather than actually just drive out this time. I'm going to try and make sure this upcoming corner, I make sure that I don't get too much oversteer. Here we go, Gasly's currently quickest. Fastest first sector by almost 7 tenths, so I'm in a good position here so far. Not too sure whether my teammate's done a lap yet. Teammate.
They're in third. Their best lap time is a 1:30.3.
Clearly Vettel can improve, considering what he did in qualifying 1. Almost a second up there. There we go. Oh, car bottomed out there. 1 minute 29.5. Let's see if my teammate can match that.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack, P1, and behind us are Gasly, Verstappen, and Vettel. Currently, the fastest lap is a 1 minute 29.5.
Kind of surprised the Red Bulls are 2 and 3 right now, to be honest. Teammate's just gone out. So I've got the fastest first and second sectors. Third sector.
Our best lap so far is a 1:29.5.
Third sector was half a second slower. That's terrible. So now all of a sudden I've fixed the first and second sectors, but then the final sector is just terrible. It's just terrible. So I need to figure out a way to improve that. I really do. I think it was going through that slow corner where I lost the back end the first time. I was pretty cautious going through that corner this time round, so it's definitely going to be an area where I have to improve on.
15th in the speed trap, 162.1 miles per hour.
Wow, okay. Did that say 152? It says 100 and... No, it must have said 192. I must have heard wrong. I must have heard wrong. Verstappen's in 13th place with 198 miles per hour. Alright, let's follow Verstappen. through his lap. Not too sure how the Red Bull is so competitive, but okay, let's see. It's coming up to the first sector detection point. So I did a 32.2 for the first sector. What's his time going to be? Coming up to it now. 32.3. Whoa. Okay. Okay, that's way quicker than what he did before. Alright. This is interesting. He's only a 10th down on me in the first sector. How about the second? I did a 30.8. DRS open. $31.2. Okay. It's pretty much the same as his previous second sector. So now this is where I was pretty slow. These two series of corners here. So this is where it could gain a significant amount of time on me here. Around the final corner. And his time is 1 minute 30.1. What did he do? A 26.5. I finished first. Good. My teammate finished sixth, sorry. Max Verstappen finished second. Okay. Next 5 cars limited in qualifying 2 are Antonio Giovinazzi, Lance Stroll, Nico Hülkenberg, Valtteri Bottas, and Carlos Sainz. Now, everyone that I've mentioned so far in qualifying 1 and 2 have been knocked out. Can now have free reign on what tyres they can pick. They can start the race on the mediums if they want to, which is the yellow wall tyre. They can start on the harder tyre, which is the white wall tyre. Or they can start on a brand new set of softs if that's what they choose. Whereas everyone in the top 10 now has to start the race on the tyres that they did their fastest lap in qualifying 2 on. Okay, so qualifying 3 now. Gotta speed things up. Alright, let's get out there.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
And they've got one shot at this. And they've got one brand new set of soft tyres. Session update.
Quick position rundown for you. The current top 5 are Vettel, Gasly, Leclerc, Weber and Verstappen. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 29.8.
Clearly they're going to improve on that. Vehicle condition.
Our tyre data is looking positive so far. We think there's plenty of life left in these for the moment.
Almost half a second up in the first sector, that's good. So far, so good. One minute 29.5. Not too sure whether that's going to get me pole or not, to be honest. Not too sure. Currently first place, 3 attempts up. That final sector, man.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves
my days, look how
of
close
our
that
top
is.
3. Campbell, Vettel and Pierre Gasly. With
Half a
qualifying
tenth.
wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Oh boy, half a tenth. That's all it was between me and my teammate. So things are going to be very interesting for the race here. Very, very interesting. As long as I can get a good start. Seems as though I've got the best top speed, but it's really my braking point. Let's see how many resource points I have now. $4,000. Nice.
All right. I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Okay. Here we go.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. Situated just 3 miles from the Georgian border, the 3.6 mile Sochi Autodrome has 2 notable overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and then turn 13. 18 corners in total here, 12 to the right and 6 to the left, and it's an average lap speed of around 130 miles per hour. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Campbell. Everything's on the line here today and the title hangs in the balance. So how do you think they'll be coping with all that pressure?
Well, I try not to think about the result too much. The worst thing you can do in this situation is think about all the what-ifs. What if I get hit going into turn 1? What if I get a penalty? What if I finish outside the points? If you let any of those kind of worries get to you, you can't focus on the job. So staying in the right mindset will be critical today.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Campbell lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Leclerc, Weber, Max Verstappen and Butler, Albon, Gasly, Perez and George Russell, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Nico Hülkenberg and Bottas, Sainz, Hamilton, Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. Kubica and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Now my main focus obviously is to win the race, but
into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
But also, I need to beat Weber, because he's the closest in the Driver Championship to me right now. Alright, here we go. Now, if I remember correctly, my engineer just said that the run into turn 1 isn't very long.
Our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get
what I find hilarious,
the tyres and work the brakes.
that little
nice and warm by the end of the lap.
That little kink there to the right, they actually consider that a corner, which is mind-boggling as far as I'm concerned. There's no way that that's a corner. Don't allow the field to get too spread out.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Alright, here we go. Race is about to begin. As long as I get a good start and I'm in the lead, going through the first corner, which is just that little kink, then I think I'll be in a good position.
Keep an eye on the lights. The
Doubt that
start
happened though.
sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
I think I'm going to try and cut off my teammate immediately. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. So we are racing! Immediately move over to the right to try and cut off my teammate. It's still got a very, very good launch though. Nobody else has passed me. I'm gaining, I'm gaining, I'm gaining, I'm gaining. Gonna stick on the inside. Gonna try and outbrake him. I think I got him. Yes, I did. There we go. Got back my first place. No contact either, which is good. Consider that to be a decent start, to be honest. I got a bit of slipstream on my teammate there. Alright, what I need to do now within the next 2 laps is build up at least a second between me and my teammate. Otherwise he'll get DRS on me.
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
And DRS is just mighty around this track. Really mighty. That would be a bit unfair to just stop like that. Plus it's my teammate right behind me as well, so that'd be kind of dirty to do that. One minute 34.5 so far, fastest lap of the race. My teammate's only 6/10 behind me. Teammate's sticking with me here. Need to get ahead of Vettel by a second, otherwise he's going to get DRS on the next lap. Clip the curb on the outside there. Also Leclerc is sticking with us as well. Oh, it's really close.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
DRS. He's going to get DRS now. Funny enough, the straight isn't long enough for him to actually overtake me there. Looks like we're pulling away from Leclerc rather nicely. Looks like it's pretty much a two-horse race between me and my teammate. .3 seconds. Leclerc's dropped behind, so he's just fallen away massively. Vettel's going to get DRS here. Yeah, good exit. Clip the curb.
Information on Albon. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Okay, I think I opened up a nice gap to Vettel here. Ran a bit wide. Oh, he's really close. Don't want him in my slipstream. He's on my inside. Don't want to touch him. There we go. Still in first place. Big fighting between the two Ferrari drivers. Vettel must be in like rich fuel mix and like hot lap ERS right now. Just needs to weather the storm right now from him. Go and get DRS again.
Moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Go wide. Four attempts, oh boy. Not close enough there, Sebastian. Full race update.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Sebastian is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 23 laps to go.
6 laps. Okay. 3.5, the gap between me and Leclerc. Okay. Really having to fight with my teammate here. Really having to fight with him. Still haven't been able to break the 1 second barrier. Let's bring that down. Oh, ran a bit wide. Java behind.
That's Sebastian behind. Less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.3.
1 minute 34.3. Okay. Gotta go wide. Oh my days. Gotta go very wide. Of all the places, Vettel, you're not past me here. Although I could have allowed him to do that, actually. Oh, I ran a bit wide. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in real trouble. I should have allowed him to pass me back there. I would have got DRS. I'm gonna try and squeeze him out a bit. We didn't touch again. Okay, nice. So lucky I was able to keep first place there. Still surprised we didn't touch though, to be honest. 3.7, so we're still improving the gap between us and Leclerc, which is nice. If I was to pit now, I'd come out in 17th place. Okay, I do want to pit first before my teammate though, just so I can have a bit of fresh tyres, pump in some quick laps, and open up a bit of a space between me and Vettel, because right now I'm having to fight Vettel constantly. Does look like he's pulled back a little bit though. So maybe now his non-stop attacking has quelled for a little bit. That's all gonna go out the window if I make a mistake. I think he's saving your race. That's what I was thinking as well. He must have turned down something. He must have done. I don't think there's any damage to his car. Don't remember touching him. Yeah, he is a bit further back. He's now 7 tenths. Let's go. Come on, I'm so close. Although he is going to get DRS here. Actually, let's save everything right now. Don't need to use all of this. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched right now. I really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Really, really appreciate my road to 700 subscribers. It's a battle between the two Ferraris, trying to win this race. Four tenths, back to 4 tenths. 4.6 the gap between me and Leclerc. Oh, I turned in way too early. Yep. Warning. Deserved that. can't do that again.
The
back end is stepping out a bit. Not as much as normal, but it's still stepping out.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Am I going to have to go through this entire race with my teammate right behind me? It certainly seems that way. Oh, I'm going to run wide a bit. There's like a 4-car train right now that I can see on the map on the bottom left. I think it has a Haas, a Racing Point, a Williams. I think it's 2 Haas's actually. I want to get ahead of them. Let's have a look. Where is that fight? So, okay, it wasn't both Haas's. Where's the other Haas? Wow. Robert Kubica. Terrible. Okay, so I think it's these guys here. 8th place. Alright. I want to get out ahead of them when I do my pit stop. 13th place it says I'll come out right now. Not good enough. I think I almost got a warning for cutting that corner just then. I'm starting to feel the wear on these tyres a bit. Eight tenths. Ah, couldn't get it to a second. Now moved up to 12th. Moved down to 12th, sorry. Does feel like turning in is a bit more difficult. Getting less and less front end grip. Nolan, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? Back to 5 tenths. Whenever I go through that corner, it's always 5 tenths.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Okay. 12th place it says I'm going to come out. I can hear Sebastian Vettel catching me, but where's 12th place? 12th place is with the second of the Renaults. Should be able to spot him on the map. It says I'm going to come out in a bit of a queue. I don't want to be coming out in a queue. Yeah, it looks like he's at the end of the queue. Oh boy.
Burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Looks like I am starting to pull away a bit.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Oh, got a wrong wide. Oh, box this lap.
Say again, you're breaking up.
Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully some of the cars... 2.1, I think that's a good pit stop. Some cars are pitting, looks like Leclerc's pitting, which is good. This long train of cars here, with the racing point. Oh, none of them are pitting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay. I want them to be a bit far ahead of me.
Stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I think I'm going to come out right behind these. Uh-oh. Okay, this can cost me. I need to get ahead of Hulkenberg here. Oh, he's on my outside. I didn't want to be in this traffic. I really didn't. Vettel might be in the advantageous position right now. Although, I might get a bit of DRS off these guys. I'm going to have to slow down now for Russell. Russell did go a bit defensive there. Not just sure why, considering we're on completely different strategies. Should be able to overtake him. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bye-bye. Vettel just pit. This is going to be close. It's going to be really, really close.
Sebastian's in for his stop.
Perez pits. That's one less person I have to worry about. Do I get DRS? Yes, I do. There's Vettel. Just whizzed past Vettel. So I definitely did improve the gap between me and him. I was kind of hoping Giovinazzi would be on the mediums. That way it might hold up Vettel. Now I can't afford to be held up by Giovinazzi. I just can't. I need to get past him as quickly as possible here. I think that's like, what, 2 seconds? 2 minutes behind me. 2.1, yep. Come on, Gio. Come on, Gio. You want to be in the Ferrari soon, don't you? You're Italian as well. Come on. Do me a favour. Nope, he's not doing me a favour. He even went defensive. Got to try and cut inside. Go, 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 go. Nope, didn't get it. This DRS zone, though. But pushed him through that corner there. Good thing I didn't get any damage to my front wing. Okay. Oh my days, man. He moved over to the right a bit too much there. Had to hit the brakes.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look easy.
Just for that, Gio, I'm going to make sure the higher-ups at Ferrari don't hire you. Ever. Just for that. Almost caused me to crash. .3 the gap between me and my teammate. Massive gap between my teammate and I'm assuming, and it is Leclerc, yeah, Leclerc's in third place. Massive gap between 2 and 3 right now. Trying to build up a gap to my teammate right now. Have to personal best first sector, nice. I have to bring down everything actually, to be honest. Seems the soft tyres were better on his tyres than they were on mine. And then the roles reversed for the mediums because I'm increasing the gap between me and him right now. Or maybe he's just biding his time.
pack, P1. Sebastian is behind you. Our gap behind is 2.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 14 laps to go.
14 laps to go. Want to get the gap to around 4 seconds. Once I get to 4 seconds, I'll start looking after the tyres a bit. One minute 33.6.
We're leading our teammate by 3.1 seconds. That's Sebastian behind. The gap to the car behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.4.
1 minute 34.4, and I was in the 1 minute 33s. Okay. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. I'm liking that. He's in 1 minute 34s. I'm in the 1 minute 33s. Very encouraging. Oh, ran very wide. Can this be a Ferrari 1-2? Certainly looks like it. Verstappen's been able to pass Leclerc, though Leclerc should be getting DRS. Moment 34.2. That's with me saving fuel and ERS. Give it another couple of laps. Oh, could I possibly pit and put on another set of softs? Yes, I could, but they'll be used. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say if there was a safety car, I'd pit and put on another set of softs, but I don't have any brand new sets. Wait a minute, 34.3.
Sebastian is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:34.5.
Okay, I think I'm still increasing the gap between me and him. Rival.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Rival.
Max is in P3. The difference is 13.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.1.
Pushing really hard right now.
First position, front of the pack. That's Sebastian behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 11 laps to go.
11 laps to go, that'll be 10 laps. Oh, brake too late. 1 minute 33.8. Oh, I was still able to get into 1 minute 33s. Nice. I'm in high ERS right now. Gonna switch that. There we go. Got a bit of fuel saved up. Oh, took 2 attempts at me, okay. Okay, let's turn up the ERS as well. .1, that's more like it. One at 33.7.
You're leading the pack, P1. Sebastian is behind you. Our gap behind is 4.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:34.0.
1 minute 34.0. So he's definitely improving his pace right now.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Roger that. Go back down under 4 seconds, my teammate. When at 34.4, ooh. Back to 4 seconds. This lap should be in the 1 minute 33s. Back and stepped out of me a bit there. One minute 33.7, yep. 4.5, the gap between me and my teammate. Should probably be around 10 seconds. Gap between my teammate and Verstappen. It's 9 seconds. Okay. Definitely does look like the soft tyres were Vettel's. Vettel had the advantage over me on the softs, but on the mediums, I seem to have the advantage. Plus, it seems I'm able to manage my ERS and fuel quite well. Championship standings.
Repeat that. There's interference. As things stand, we'll be leading the championship.
I would like them to add more to that, so there's actually more information. .5, I want to get to 5 seconds. Ran a bit wide. One minute 34.2. Now ERS is at 90%, so I can definitely keep it in high for a little bit. Ran wide a bit. Five seconds, there we go.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
No problem. Lap 23 of 27, so 4 laps left to go.
You are in first position, front of the pack. That's Sebastian behind. The gap to the car behind is 5.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 5 laps till the end.
Okay, 5, my bad. It's 5 laps.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
One minute 34.7. Yeah, that was a pretty slow time.
Gap to teammate behind is 4.6 seconds. Sebastian is behind you. The gap behind us is 4.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.3.
and I did a 34.7, I think. Personal best for a sector. Okay, that was surprising. I thought I was going to get a penalty there. Can I set the fastest lap of the race? Right now.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yes, I did. 1 minute 33.0. Nice. 5.7.
That's Sebastian behind. Okay, the gap behind is 5.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:34.1.
1.1 seconds faster than my teammate there. Just to let him know I've got this covered. Not long to go. This is the penultimate lap of the race. Just one more lap after this. Time to think about saving the components in the engine now.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Ran a bit wide.
This is your final lap of the race.
Okay, final lap of the race. First stint of the lap of the race was very tense. Constantly had to fight with my teammate. Had to be strategic in how I use my fuel and ERS, but after the pit stops I was able to open up a nice gap. It was about 2.1 once Vettel came out from his pit stop, and I was just able to expand it from there. As I come around the final 2 corners. And now the final corner to win the Russian Grand Prix. Let's go.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
That was a really tough race there.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Fermé. What a fantastic race it was. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Campbell increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Well, Lance Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Teammates only 1 point behind Gasly. You could get third if he's consistent.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
You could even get second as well.
You performed better than last weekend. What changed?
Let's go with that one.
You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you?
The team is more than a sum of its parts. When we work together, magic happens. Sportsmanship, yay.
It's looking like a winner has emerged in the championship. Is it in the bag?
At this point, I'm not sure I can catch up. You can't stop giving 100% in this sport. It's in my bag. I'm taking it home. No, let's go with this one, sportsmanship.
Would you say that your rival is still on your level?
Clearly not. I've got a lot of respect for him. He really pushed me. He's a great driver. He just doesn't have my skill. No, let's go with this one.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Should have completed the team goal as well, so I should get a nice amount of extra resource points as well. Won my rivalry against Verstappen and against my teammate. Gonna get an extra bit of resource points now. $5,300. Damn.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium. Looks
Why
like
is it
one of
always
your
telling me
rivals
second
is also
driver?
going to an upcoming historical event. If you choose to take him on, it might help get your name out there a bit.
Always wanted me to do second driver. Third and third. Let's do that. Let's make that 2.
Our
Oh,
proposal's
round
been
line.
accepted.
There we go.
The new contract will take effect from the next race.
Okay. Pretty much on the line there. I'll take that. Singapore, absolutely not. Pursuit. No, I'm not going to do Singapore. Australia. Okay, let's do that. Time attack. 3 laps, 5 minutes and 14 seconds I have to beat for Verstappen. The braking and the turning are not very good in this car. Oh my days! Almost went completely off. Flat out through there, which it was. Turning's terrible. Absolutely terrible, man. I really don't like this car. I braked so early and still I almost ran wide. Almost ran onto the grass. Back end swung out there. Last lap. So far, so good. Should be able to make it. Question is though, have I beaten Verstappen? 17 seconds extra. Yes, I did. 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Damn. Full 11 seconds. Better off. Okay, Japan's lap is race 17, which means 4 races left to go, including the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, depending on how this goes, I could win the championship here, depending on how it goes.
Congratulations on your success in the Invitational event. It might not help you in the championship standings, but it definitely helps to build your reputation.
Sunny in the race, good, and it's dry in qualifying, good. Alright, that's the end of this live stream. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links for you as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all again on my next live stream. Laters.